Hey everyone, what's going on, huh? This Saturday night, July the 14th, right? Holy shit, July is half gone too! It's gone! What? It's gone. At least half is gone. So you all should be happy, right? We are in the middle of summer and it's gone to be gone soon. What else going on, huh? Well, I'm just taking it easy. I uh, I had to go to two new job sites today. Uh, you know, potential clients through Home Advisor. Home Advisor is like the Uber of construction, right? So I'm hoping to get those two jobs. Um, Central air conditioning. Um, Not very what do you call it? What is that term you use? Fancy, but hey, people need air conditioning. It's kind of hot here. I feel like I need to turn on the AC. I have those P-Tech units, in my living room and my bedroom, and those are pretty good. It makes noise, so I don't want to make this podcast noisy, so that's why I turned it off. How are you all doing, huh? Good? That's good to know. So yeah, here I am. I'm doing my podcast on a Saturday night. Because tomorrow, remember, tomorrow is a soccer final, the World Cup final at 11 o'clock, and I think I'm going to watch the recorded one at night. And I also invited guys, if they want to come. If they don't, it's up to them. Yeah, so 11 o'clock in the morning, it's too early for me on a Sunday to, boozing as well as, like going to a bar and like brunch and like watching the soccer. I like to have a little drink when I'm watching soccer. I mean, I don't have to, but I don't want to drink at 11 o'clock in the morning. Fuck that. How is everyone doing? Yeah. So yeah, that's what I did today. Um, I watched, my usual, the last episode of Star Trek Enterprise, which is 22, season 4, where Jonathan Riker actually shows up, where Jonathan Archer is there, and I think he gets killed or something like that. I don't know what the fuck happens. I had to watch it again. But in any case, no spoiler alerts. You guys can watch it at your own, right? I don't have to say anything. Alright, so, yeah, you know what I did yesterday was, like last week, I mean this week, is that this week or last week? This week, right? So, these freaking like small like house flies, you know, they have been bugging me. So what I did was, I went to the grocery store, right, Key Foods, and then I got those spray, right, the spray that actually kills them. That, and I got some cleaning stuff, and I cleaned the fucking thing, please. I mean, fucking the whole, including my bar. I cleaned the bar, wiped it out. I had one of those next gen, like those all-purpose cleaners, and then I had the what do you call dish cleaning, the thing. The fuck's that called? I don't remember. And I cleaned the bar, shining. I cleaned the window because sometimes I put my drink here and those fucking flies. And I cleaned the kitchen top, and then I used wherever I saw the goddamn flies, right? Even when I saw one, I would spray. Fuck you, fucking asshole. So now, basically, I got like 80% of the fucking things gone, right? Those things are very attracted to sugar, right? And sugar and lemon for some fucking reason. So I had to do that, and I had that spray. I keep the spray actually near me and at the floor, just in case if I see one, right? I don't see any. I'll just fucking spray that shit, you know? I'll spray the shit out of it, and then it gets killed, right? Yeah, so that's what I was doing yesterday. From work, I went there, and then I did some fucking cleaning, and this morning I also did some cleaning in the bathroom, you know, basics. I was thinking to get the cleaners, but that's like $300 or something like that, you know. Well, next time I might do that, but I mean, my place is pretty clean, because I don't like to be messy. I don't like I don't like messy, you know. Like, so yeah, you guys like almonds? Huh? Almonds? There you go. So yeah, and then I drove to Jamaica to one of the potential clients, and then from there I drove to Astoria, and then I drove back here. I worked for like maybe like an hour. Oh yeah, no. I picked up some Afghan food from Astoria on 31st Street. I remember that, and so I picked up some like really really amazing Afghan food. You know, like Kabuli pulao and all that. I think I did a cooking video on that, right? Fucking amazing. Like, so they cook that pulao, right? Pulao with like lamb shank, man. Oh, it's so tender. And I had that for dinner, and I had some, and I had some curry or one of those, right? Chicken. Amazing, like amazing food, like, you know, not spicy at all. Because Afghani people they don't eat like very spicy food, you know. It's more like Mediterranean, but it's a different cuisine, you know. It's a different cuisine. But Kabuli pulao, man, that shit is so good. I have like that leftovers in my fridge. I think I'm gonna eat that. I don't know. Who knows? If I get hungry tonight, I'm gonna eat that. Yeah. Otherwise, tomorrow dinner. There you go. What else is going on? Huh? Yeah, that's it. So soccer, I'm looking forward again. Oh, by the way, did you guys see the match between Belgium and England today for the third place? Oh man, I didn't. I mean, it was like 10 o'clock. I was sleeping. I think I woke up around like 10, like close to like 11 o'clock, right? And then I realized, holy shit! And then I was just watching the highlights, right? So Belgium basically killed the English, 2-0. You know, fucking amazing like play by Belgians. So Belgians are now in third place. Tomorrow we're gonna know whether it's going to be Croatians or French, right? So that tomorrow is going to be a brutal game. I mean, it's a brutal final, right? Final of the World Cup. It's going to be brutal. So I think I'm gonna watch that at night. I don't know yet, though. Although I might, if I get up early, then I might go to a bar and watch it there. Just easy on the booze, to no booze, right? After I get my sandwich, 2 eggs, and Swiss lettuce with onion, toasted on a plain bagel, please. There you go. So we'll see, right? We'll see how I feel like tomorrow. Um, um, I might go to a bar. I don't know. I might go to O'Keefe's, which is the neighborhood sports bar, Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that, man. 11 o'clock, drinking at 11 o'clock. I might not drink. I might just get what I usually get during daytime, water, cold water. I don't have to drink, right? So we'll see how that goes tomorrow, right? What else is going on? How are you guys doing, huh? Saturday night, enjoying? It was nice weather, actually. I was thinking to actually, after my podcast, I was thinking to get a drink at O'Keefe's and watch the soccer. Usually they play at night, today's game. But we'll see how that goes, right? Um, I don't know. I might not go there. Who knows? So yeah, so that's what I did today, and I'm hoping to get those two jobs that I went to, and yeah, tomorrow night I think I'm gonna watch soccer. Fox Now, one of those channels, where the fuck it is, right? You can actually watch that through Apple TV. Fox Now, Fox Sports, or ESPN, one of those, like, right? Or you can use the app, Fox Now app, and I think you can actually watch it. Uh, um, yeah. So yeah. I'm looking forward for that tomorrow, and and um, but I'm just gonna take it kind of easy tomorrow because Monday is a work day. I got a lot of shit this week. I mean, next week. Week starts at the Sunday, right? Sunday the fun day. Or no? Yes. So we are still in this week. The week starting Sunday the 8th, right? Yeah. So tomorrow is going to start the new day according to Gregorian calendar, which I think is an obsolete. I said that many times. We need a new metric calendar based on the revolution of Earth in 24 hours. We need to change that. We need to change the clock. We also need to obviously change the number of days, number of months, number of days in a week, based on the revolution of Earth on its own axis, as well as Earth's rotation around Sun, which is fixed, right? Which is fixed, but it's slowly, I think, very slowly, it's changing in a very slow pace. I mean, if Earth has been in the Milky Way galaxy for 4.5 billion years, I mean, our age is not even a drop in the bucket, right? God damn it. Drop in an ocean, maybe. 100 years of human span. That's not even 100 years, like 80 years, maybe 70 years. That's like a drop in the fucking ocean, right? Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean, one of those, right? But without digressing too much, I want to stay focused and talk about shit that I want to talk about. Shit, not Nova, right? There you go. What else is going on, huh? Well, a lot of things going on. A lot of shit is going on, and yeah. So this is the reason. What is the reason, sir? Well, the reason. Oh shit! I saw a goddamn fly. God damn it! I saw it in the camera. I think it was fucking like little flies. like 99% are dead, basically. They're all gone, right? With the spray and all that. And clean. I cleaned all surfaces. So those fucking things, don't get attracted, and then they don't fucking piss me off, you know? There you go. So, I mean, my place, again, is pretty clean. So, uh, yeah, I don't want to go on and on about. However, I do want to go on and about the topics that I want to cover in my podcast that I'll do. I was listening to NPR. Obviously, I do. I was driving. I was listening to NPR, and I was listening to Star Talk Radio with Neil deGrasse Tyson, Chuck Nice, and sometimes Bill Nye, the science guy, right? And then I was also listening to Joe Rogan's podcast because he brings in very famous comedians and politicians and big talk heads. Joe Rogan's Experience. He does his video podcast. I had to bring in a guest. I think I should. I mean, Joe Rogan is famous. I'm nothing compared to Joe Rogan, But you're right. So he talks about stuff that the experts that he brings in, about what they do, what it means, etc., right? He brings in famous doctors, nutritionists, comedians. I don't think he brings in politicians, but maybe he does. I don't know. So yeah, I was listening to that today, right before I started my podcast, right? Podcast. Or is it podcast? Podcast. What? Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, you know what happened? I drove back from Astoria, right? And I picked up that Afghan food. Amazing, right? And then I had the food, right? I had the food with like a half glass of wine, right? Red wine, Cabernet, one of those. And then I realized that, oh shit, I had to pick up the goddamn laundry from the laundromat. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? So then I went, after dinner, I brushed my teeth, and then I drank half a glass of water, and then I walked over to Atlantic Avenue to the laundromat that I usually drop off my laundry. I mean, my building has laundry in the building, but I just don't have time. Or is that an excuse? No, you know why I don't do laundry in the building? Because then you have to fold and you have to do this. And I would rather pay like $15. And I can actually spend that half an hour, what the fuck am I doing, right? Folding on my computer to work and put together a proposal or be more productive. So this is how I think you have to maximize your productivity, in your life through whether that's through your work or however you manage your time, including your entertainment, because you have to entertain yourself. I mean, you have to take it easy sometimes, Like I was running around today, right, for a couple of hours, actually 2 or 3 hours, and then I was on my computer uploading pictures to my website, not my website, my company's website, and all that, But now I'm relaxing, I'm now relaxing. So, you got to relax. And I'm going to watch a movie after my podcast. And I presume you all relate to what I'm going to talk about. I don't have a lot of topics, but I have good topics that I want to talk about. That I presume you all relate to. Without repeating myself, But I guess I did repeat myself. So what? It's not a big deal. What is a big deal? I don't know. What can I say? I mean, it's your life. You figure that shit out. Right? Shit, did I sound like a Jerry Seinfeld? Oh, I was listening to Bill Burr's podcast. You know his audio podcast. Yeah, he sounds like this. I think all these comedians at some point in time they sound like one another. You know, like Jerry Seinfeld moment or George Carlin. You know, time. Where is it? Oh, it's here. It's gone. 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 You know, something like that, right? I can't do this stuff, man. I'm not a comedian. I'm an engineer. There we go, sir. Man. And every other gender associates out there, right? In any case, so what's his name? Joe Rogan had a guest. I forgot. Jim. What's his name? Jim Dore. Is that what it is? Hold on a second. Jim. Home Advisor. Oh shit! You know what? I actually ordered from iHerb. I ordered this thing called broccoli sprouts. You know, this I heard about this actually through Joe Rogan's podcast. He actually brought in a nutritionist or something like that, an MD, and she was talking about something like sulforafan, or one of those, right? It's apparently it's an antioxidant, right? It's an antioxidant, and it is found in broccoli sprout, right? When broccoli is like 3 or 4 days old, they're called sprouts, like bean sprouts, right? And that's when it has the highest content of sulforafan. Look it up, and it's one of those like antioxidants, which actually which actually helps the human body, and I guess any other animal's body, fight even cancer and all that, right? So I ordered one of those, like not that I have cancer or any of that, but it's an antioxidant. So, and then I was looking at the emails to see why it didn't come. Apparently, it has come. It has been shipped, so I had to go downstairs. Because usually, you know, right in front of the elevators, they have all kinds of shit, like, you know, like boxes, you know, people's shipments, Amazon Prime, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. So I had to go downstairs after my podcast and find that thing. So it actually came not as bean sprout. What the fuck am I saying? As broccoli sprouts, but it came broccoli sprout capsules. So I think 50 capsules, right? So that's like a nutrient, like a nutrition thing, right? I found that about on Joe Rogan's podcast. So I'm gonna go down there after my podcast. So you guys look it up. Sulforafan, SULFROPHANE, sulforafan, not fan, PHANE, right? Because that thing actually is good for you. Is good for your body. So I'm gonna eat those capsules once in a blue moon. I'm gonna do that, right? I mean, I don't take any pills or anything like that. Fuck that bullshit, dude. But this healthy stuff, you know, it's good for you. You know, like broccoli sprouts and all that. All right, so 24 minutes already into gents and ladies and every other gender associates, right? I don't want to go on and on about. I got to watch a movie. I got to take it easy. Well, I'm taking it easy, and I gotta go and I gotta go downstairs to pick up my shipment because there's a bunch of like boxes and like packages down there in front of the elevator. So I had to find out where the hell my sulfur-free capsules are. Right? All right. Um, sorry. Um, how is everyone doing? How the Russian election hacking operation worked? What the fuck am I looking at? You know these are fucking headlines. Um, so yeah, I I have a really busy week next week, and no, I was talking to you guys about Fox Now, right? So I'm looking at the app right now because I think I already downloaded it. You can even watch oh yeah, soccer. 2018 FIFA World Cup, right? FIFA World Cup, Belgium versus England. So if I click on this, what happens? Belgium versus England. What the fuck? What the fuck? Fuck, fuck. No, I think I can actually watch it on my Apple TV, actually. Yeah. So Belgium basically killed the English people. Oh man, that was such a fucking game. Such a fucking great performance by the Belgians. I couldn't believe that. It was unbelievable fucking match. I didn't see the whole fucking thing, but I saw the highlights. 90 minutes, right? 90 seconds in 90 minutes. Is that the other way around? 90 minutes in 90 seconds. Fox Sports, where the fuck it is, right? Oh man, that was such a fucking brutal game. The performance by England was not that great, obviously, right? They tried their best, but obviously it didn't work out for them, and they are going home. Well, I mean, both teams are going home, anyways. Is that true? So, what happens to the third place team that wins the third place game? Do they get some sort of a medal? I mean, not a fucking medal, but the final winner gets the trophy, right? And then the second position. What does the second position get? Let's find out, right? What does second and third place? Second and third place. God damn it, third place get in World Cup, right? Okay, Richline, does the World Cup have a bronze medal, and how much is it? Prize money for winning the third place game. England take on Belgium for a second time on this one, but this match is worth a medal and 1.4 million. Hurricane and oh fuck, what the fuck, dude? Okay, while the big prize has been taken away from England and Belgium by Croatia and France, respectively, there's still a chance to not go home empty-handed. Like many third-place finishes, should the three Lions overcome their European counterparts, they will go home with a bronze medal. England have had the chance to claim the award before. What the fuck? I don't want to go on and on about this. Winning against Belgium could earn England an extra 1.4 million pounds. Third place at the World Cup could see them take home a cool 18 million pounds. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. Top spot will collect 29 million pounds, while the loser still picks up a handsome 21 million. So the first, that's a lot of fucking money. Well, it's not actually. For these players, like Ronaldo actually signed up with a goddamn Italian sports league for $119 million for 4 years, I think, right? So there you go. So they do get money, obviously, these teams, first, second, and third, as well as I think that they also get the bronze and all that, right? Just like the fucking Olympics. Is that what it is? I don't know. I just looked it up. I'm not an expert on this. That's why I was looking up, right? Exactly. So, yeah, how's everyone doing, huh? Huh? Everyone's having a good time? Are you about? Are we out? Um, Having a date? Huh? No, I didn't have dates. Any dates this weekend? But probably during the week I might get a date. Um, you know, this is our human trait. What can you do? As a heterosexual male, you are attracted to a woman, beautiful woman. So there we go, sir. Um, yeah. So I'm glad that actually I set up the two printers in my home office. One is sitting actually next to my bar, right? The 11 by 17. HP 7720, right? And then I have the other HP, which is on top of the rack, right? Near my home office in that corner, right? And I got the three monitors and then my Mac Mini, which has the partition, boot camp and all that, right? Yes, yeah, man. I mean, if you are, especially if you are owner of a business and you want to get more work and all that, you have to work hard, man. You have to fucking work hard. I mean, you have to pay your employees, you have to pay the fucking rent in both places. Some people actually work from home, but I don't like that. It's not, it's not good. It's not good for business. Um, a friend of mine who actually runs a company, he used to do that back in like 2011, 2010, 2011. He had a fucking apartment on Wall Street, right? But he was basically trying to like run a fucking. You don't want to do that. Nah, I don't want to do that. If you're a one-man show, I guess I can imagine, right? A one-woman show, I can imagine. But if you have a bunch of engineers, then you have to, you have to have meetings. You have to, you have to go to the job sites, your construction sites, and all that fucking bullshit. Well, that's not bullshit. That's my bread and butter. You don't want to have your office in your home, man. You don't want to do that. No, you know that doesn't make any fucking sense. Cause I want to relax at home. Well, I mean, I have I have the small office here. If I need, I can work, but it has to have a limit, right? You have to have a relaxation time for yourself and with your loved ones and whatever the hell it is, with your friends, colleagues, whatever it is, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to fucking do that, dude. All right, so we are already at 9:50 p.m. on the Saturday at 33 minutes and 46 seconds. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't want to go on and on. I was just reading on CNN Money. Will Uber CEO still be able to save the brand's image? I don't fucking understand. What the hell's going on with Uber? I think one of my topics covers Uber, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But a lot of shit's going on, including, how Trump is visiting Europe and all this, like fucking liberal fucking bullshit, and then the Fox News and bullshit. This is why I don't discuss any of that bullshit on my podcast. I don't need to. So yeah, so I don't think I can do a whole 1 hour podcast tonight. So let's just get into the Pete, not Pete, cheat sheet, right? I hope everyone is doing fine, more than fine. Enjoy your life, enjoy your Saturday night, whatever the hell you're doing, right? There we go. Okay, my first topic is Ant-Man and the Wasp. God damn, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Marvel Comics, that right? Marvel? Yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Apparently made another fucking box office, and I haven't seen it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but apparently it hit. It was a hit, not a miss. It was a hit, not a flop. At the box office, so I had to watch that, but I'm gonna watch that when it comes out on Amazon or Netflix, right? There you go, sir, ma'am, and every other gender associates out there. My next topic, Japanese flooding. Oh, holy shit. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Japanese flooding. God damn it. Well, the areas of southern western Japan, apparently, they get flooding every year, but apparently this year had been really, really harsh. Because it actually spread to, like, the flooding spread to, like, a much, much wider area, and they had, like, 86 people dead and many missing. It was like a fucking shit show. Like, if you go on BBC or one of those fucking websites, or even YouTube, you can look it up. It's like fucking global warming. I said this last time, right? So, yeah, I don't fucking understand. But Japan has a lot of problems with earthquakes too. Remember. So, yeah, so Japan has a lot of problems with earthquakes too as well. And I think Japanese land is like very like vulnerable, like naturally to it's very vulnerable to natural disasters. That's what I wanted to say. I think that's what it is, and that's my take on that one. And you guys can look it for yourself on Japanese flooding. I hope, and my prayers are with well wishes and prayers with the people who lost their loved ones, and I hope everything's okay. My next topic. Okay, so now this is the biggest bullshit. Not bullshit, but I think it was a disaster on behalf of these Thai kids. And this was the big news this week that they got stuck in a cave for like a fucking week without food, but they had water because it was dripping from the fucking, I guess, the raindrops or the fuck it is, right? Through the soil, and then it was dripping in the ceiling of the cave. But I was actually reading today how the fuck these kids with their couch, it was a soccer team, football. That's what the Europeans call, right? Or every other country. So basically they had one kid who had his birthday. His mom was waiting for him at home with a birthday cake and some other fucking present, right? But apparently these kids, after their soccer game in their couch, right? And these are like 15 or 16-year-old kids, right? So they said, you know what? Let's go to the fucking caves. We'll just fucking like have fun. We'll leave our bikes on the outside and we'll fucking go into the fucking cave. And they went in there, and then apparently rain fell, and the cave flooded, and then they couldn't. You had to be a diver, professional diver, in order to get the fuck out of there. And some of those caves are apparently like very, very, very like shallow in terms of the fucking depth. And I'm like, what the fuck? These kids could have died. But I think one of the divers actually did die, and I feel bad for him. Obviously, everyone does, right? In trying to save these kids, but they did save professional divers from all around the world. Apparently, saved them. I was reading on BBC's website, and who the professional divers were, who saved them, and all that, right? So that was one of the big news this week, right? Yeah, so don't go to the fucking cave, huh? To celebrate your birthday, you fucking go into a cave? No, you don't. You go to a fucking, well, I guess those are good. I was gonna say go to a bar or go to a restaurant, enjoy with your friends or with your family, right? So, yeah, so that was one of the news, and that was my topic, my third topic in my podcast, right? Um, I did want to actually do some cooking today, but I guess I'm like, I'm running around, I'm driving to fucking Jamaica, and then I'm driving to fucking Astoria, and trying to get these fucking jobs, right? And then it got to my mind that there was an Afghan restaurant I remembered on 31st Avenue in Astoria. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get some Afghan food tonight. And that's what I fucking did. Man, that food is so fucking amazing. You won't believe it. It's not like Indian. No, it's not Indian. It's like halfway between like Mediterranean and Indian. Kind of Iranian, but you know what I mean? It's different. It's a different cuisine. I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry. I apologize, but that's what I had tonight. That's probably what I'm going to have tomorrow for dinner, right? My leftovers. Unless these guys are coming over to watch the recorded soccer final, World Cup final, then I'll have to cook for them. But we'll see what happens. I have to talk to these guys tonight, right? I got a lot of shit doing tonight, man. What the fuck, dude? I had to pick up my package downstairs, and I gotta watch a movie. But I think I gotta take it easy. That's the biggest thing I gotta do. There you go, sir. Ma'am. And every other gender association, right? Okay. So, my next topic is talcum powder and $1 billion lawsuit award. God damn it. So, apparently, talcum powder, as you guys know, oh shit, what the fuck, dude? Talcum powder, as you know, talcum powder, if you remember, especially in the British colonized, because I remember talcum powder because my mom used to use that when my younger siblings were, especially when were born and all that, right? So apparently, talcum powder has is actually um, like a brand name of Johnson and Johnson, and these women actually have filed lawsuits, and they have actually been awarded like 4 point something billion dollars, like 20 women, by some district judge in what was that? South Alabama, one of those fucking countries, not countries, those states. I'm sorry, I apologize. So one of the biggest lawsuits and one of the biggest awards of the lawsuits, right? Talcum powder, Johnson and Johnson. You guys should look it up. And yeah, I was like shocked when I heard that Johnson and Johnson had to pay $4.7 billion to these women. And the reason for that is, yeah, they're claiming that the use of talcum powder uh, has caused breast cancer. Has caused breast cancer, and they have actually been able to prove that through scientific evidence, court, whatever the fuck it is, right? I don't know what the fuck happened in the lawsuits, man. But I'm just telling you, it was interesting to because talcum powder, obviously, it used to be always like talcum powder. We would always when we were kids, talcum powder was always there. It's like not that any of my siblings, ladies, my sisters or my mom has breast cancer, but and I presume they will live happily for a longer period in their lives without any problems, right? But these ladies had that problem. So I don't know. I don't know what the whole story is. I guess I have to read that. But you guys can look it up. I'm being lazy. Right? I'm not going to look that up for you. I'm too old for this. Sorry, that was my old man moment. Next topic. Flying cars again. What the fuck? What the fuck? Flying cars. Okay, so this is the deal. I'm going to look it up. Flying cars. Where the hell did I actually read that? I think I read that on CNN Money, one of those fucking flying cars, flying cars. Oh wait, what the fuck's going on with Twitter? Twitter suspends 2 accounts linked to Russian intelligence after hacking indictment. Alright, okay, so there's a lot of fucking shit going on with Robert Mueller and all that bullshit, right? But flying cars, where the fuck was that, dude? What the fuck? I'm sorry, I apologize. But in any case, so flying cars again, right? I have that as a topic. So I think I had that somewhere. Flying cars again. Hold on a second. Flying cars. Okay, so I'm just gonna Google that. Flying cars. Oh, so I think this is what it was. Oh yeah, so okay, so I found it. I found the fucking thing. Yeah. So Larry Page, Google co-founder Larry Page is so serious about flying cars that he just poured a bunch of money into a second startup focused on the technology. Page invested an undisclosed sum in Opener, which unveiled a single-seat electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft called Blackfly this week. Page also holds a stake in Kitty Hawk, the Silicon Valley company behind the single-seat flying machine Flyer. CNN took it for a spin in an executive flight this summer. Opener claimed the big Blackfly can fly as far as 25 miles at a speed of 62 miles per hour. Like the Flyer, the pilot uses a joystick to control the vehicle. Okay, here we go. So Larry Page, co-founder of Google. Okay, here we go. So that was the topic that I had. You guys can look it up for yourself and enjoy flying in a single person flying car. Yeah? Okay, it's Quantum Leap. Okay, my next topic is Quantum Leap. So Quantum Leap apparently is a show, 1989, right? With Scott Bakula and who else was there? Like a holographic person? I don't remember. But that's an interesting show. Apparently, it has become it had become a cult show, and so yeah, that's an interesting TV show, by the way. So yeah, Quantum Leap, look it up. Actually I did watch that this morning. Very interesting. Basically it's about like time traveling. Time traveling, but with some like reality, like humor and all that, right? You wake up one day and you are somewhere in the fucking middle of Milwaukee, and then the next day, well, it isn't like that, but you spend like, I don't know, like a month in one place, and then you are transported via your time machine to a different time and a place, right? Quantum Leap. Scott Bakula from Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise, so look it up, right? All right, my next topic is, how are you all doing? Yeah, that's not my next topic, sorry. My next topic is AT&T Time Warner merger. Okay, so AT&T and Time Warner, they want to merge to form this giant fucking balloon that's going to blow up this fucking universe. Is that what it is? No, that's not what it is. So apparently the government has been trying to stop them from merging. I guess there's the antitrust law. Is that what it is? I'm not an expert on this. I don't know. But apparently AT&T wants to buy Time Warner because they compete each other, you know. They complement each other. That's what I meant. That's what I meant to say. Not compete. So I don't know. You guys can look it up, right? It's already 50 minutes, 32, 33 seconds. I'm sorry. Yeah. What else is going on, huh? I got the last piece of Allman. There you go. Okay, so my next topic, my next third last topic is affirmative action in colleges. Actually, this is my second last topic. Affirmative action in colleges scrambling to find students. Okay. So there's a lot of like bullshit going on around affirmative action, and I was listening to NPR the other day where Bill de Blasio actually um, he uh, he uh, uh, he passed a law to cancel one of those tests that these high schoolers to be high schoolers have to take in order to get into these high profile high schools. Because apparently there are a lot of Asians and whites in there, but not a lot of blacks and Latino kids. So I don't fucking understand. I mean, then the Asians were like, listen, we are the poorest, but we work hard and all that bullshit. And so I don't know. I mean, affirmative action is it's very controversial. It's a very controversial subject to talk about. But then the other thing that I actually read about or saw or one of those, right, was that these United States has a lot of colleges, as you know, right? A lot of colleges, including like Ivy League schools and what the fuck it is, right? But apparently, some of these colleges, obviously, most of these colleges actually are non-profit, are not non-profit, as you know. They work on a business model, and but many of these colleges they can't find students because the students obviously they don't want to apply for those colleges. Or I'm not saying that they are actually reputable barely, but I guess because of tuition and all that, and because there are a lot of colleges on a business model, and there are not a lot of students. So I think that what it was, and I think that's what I read. Right. So affirmative action, college scrambling to find students. I don't think it mattered what race, gender, or ethnic group you belong to. It's just a general trend that these colleges can't find students of any backgrounds, right? More colleges, less students. Who cares? Who fucking gives a shit? I left my grade school in 2002, and I was done with the fucking school, man. I mean, I went to a good school, but upstate New York, but no. Um, my last topic, ladies and gents. Oh, my last topic, District 9 sequel. Okay, so District 9, as you know, by Neil Blomkamp, right, is a fucking amazing movie that's depicted as some sort of a documentary with MNU and these aliens actually stranded on Earth because they can't, because they're malnutritioned and their ship is up there, they can't go back and all that, right? But Neil Blomkamp, he screwed it up on the sequel. You know what? if I were him, I would have a sequel that would actually show that the Christopher, the alien who actually was able to get up to his ship, start it up, and leave Earth with his kid, right? What I would fucking do is I would bring him back, right? Not as a force, but because he left many of the other aliens in the plains of Johannesburg, right? I would basically, that's what I would do. I would bring him back, right? And then retrieve all the rest of his species and then just take them back, however it takes, right? That's what I would do. But in any case, so that's my take on District 9. I think Neil screwed it up with the fucking, what the fuck is that movie? Elysium? I mean, yes, I understand there's border and all that, and we have a lot of problems with immigration and all that bullshit. But I think the sequel should have been a real sequel. And then I was talking to guys, and then they made fucking Chappie. What the fuck is a Chappie? Chappie, like a fucking like a laborate in terms of like trying to come up with the alien suit that actually can fire and bullshit. Fucking bullshit, dude. Fuck that bullshit. So in any case, I don't want to go on a rant, but that was my rant on District 9 sequel, which never came. If I have time, I'm going to write the sequel. I'm going to send it to Neil Blanca, and hopefully he makes it as like a fucking third or fourth sequel, right? What the fuck it is. In any case, so it's already 56 minutes and 48, 51, 52 seconds. Ladies and gents, I presume you all are having fun again, and I'll see you all next Saturday or Sunday.